The first U.S. airstrike hit its target this morning, dropping a 500-pound bomb on a militant artillery unit near the town of Erbil in northern Iraq. The group ISIS has taken over several cities in northern Iraq in the past several months, trying to create a Sunni Islamic state. The militants have given thousands of family of religious and ethnic minorities an ultimatum: convert or die. The UN's World Health Organization has declared the Ebola epidemic an international health emergency. Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone are battling the Ebola virus, with at least 932 people killed in those countries. Cases are also showing up in Nigeria. The WHO declaration comes after 2 days of emergency meetings. The United Nations Health Agency described this as the worst outbreak in 40 years of tracking the disease. Officials said a coordinated international response is needed to contain Ebola. The United States is sending experts to Liberia, including 12 specialists from the CDC in prevention and a 13-member disaster assistance response team from the U.S. Agency for International Development, also called USAID. 2 Americans who were in Liberia are undergoing treatment at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta. A postal worker is now on the receiving end of a message: you never know who's watching. A witness captured cell phone video of what appears to be the postal worker tossing an armful of mail into the trash in Cincinnati. Evan Millward has the video.
In they go, letters, bills, paychecks for people in Bond Hill, but this mail carrier isn't done yet. A second box of mail dumped in the trash.
My stepmom lives here. She's missing mail. My sister, some of my friends that live here is missing mail.
Alicia Carr and her neighbors a block away noticed they didn't get mail. We showed her this video.
People missing out on bills. They're missing out on letters. It could just be anything important and necessary, you're missing out on because they're doing stuff like that. It's crazy.
Calvin Harper lives further down the street. He didn't get mail Wednesday either.
Looks like she is putting deodorant on.
She's dumping bags of mail into the dumpster on the other side of Paddock.
Wow.
Back on Paddock, the people who caught this all on camera say the post office came back and got it out after they called and complained.
I'm a little saddened by it because you rely on the postal system.
Yeah.
And now they failed you.
The female carrier in this video wasn't back today. The carrier we saw in this neighborhood tells us he was just filling in, and he wasn't filling up this dumpster.
The hope is that we receive our mail today.
Yeah.
The Postal Service's Office of Inspector General is currently investigating this incident. A church in Florida canceled a funeral with just a day's notice after the pastor and congregation learned the deceased man was gay. He left his loved ones scrambling to make new arrangements in the midst of their grieving. Shannon Benkin has the report.
Our relationship wasn't really a secret. Everybody knew.
The night before his husband's funeral, Kendall Capers was told the service was canceled. The pastor of New Hope Missionary Baptist Church in Tampa learned the pair were gay, and the congregation was livid.
Regardless of our background, our sexual orientation, how can you wait that long and put somebody in a bind when they're going through their loss?
Julian Evans, 42, died late last month of amyloidosis. Evans's family attends New Hope and wanted the funeral here.
I felt it probably would have been best for him to be at the church. His family grew up in the church. It just made sense.
New Hope immediately said yes, but the invitation was abruptly revoked during the wake after the newspaper obituary named Capers as the surviving husband. Julian's mother was too upset to talk on camera, but told me that she was standing at her son's casket when the phone rang. The message: it would be blasphemous for her son's funeral to be held here at the church. New Hope's pastor, T.W. Jenkins, told me by phone that his church doesn't support gay marriage. He said, "I try not to condemn anyone's lifestyle, but at the same time, I am a man of God and have to stand upon my principles." Initially, Jenkins agreed to an on-camera interview, but when I showed up, the door was locked. "Pastor Jenkins, I'm still trying to reach you." And he didn't answer my repeated calls. All of this leaves Capers sad and conflicted about religion.
It's not like we woke up and said, let's be gay. something we were born with, and we've dealt with it for me 40 years, him 42 years, and we make the best possible choices.
Pastor Jenkins said he regrets that his decision was made the night before the funeral. He said he typically reviews obits before they publish, but was on vacation when this obituary ran in the newspaper. As for the family, for the funeral, they ended up using the funeral home that handled the wake. The family said it ended up being a great service, but they still feel it was wrong that the church excluded them. How friendly are you to people who visit your region? Condé Nast is out with a list of the friendliest and unfriendliest cities to visit in the United States. Once again, Southern hospitality wins out in the annual reader survey of places where you are likely to get a warm reception. Charleston, South Carolina nabbed the top spot on the U.S. called Quaint and Charming. It also ranked 5th overall on the worldwide list last year and has topped the list of friendliest U.S. cities in the past. Several other southern cities also made the list, including Savannah, Georgia, New Orleans, Nashville, and Asheville, North Carolina. As for the American cities that were judged to be inhospitable to travelers, Newark, New Jersey topped the list. Another New Jersey destination, Atlantic City, was also on the unfriendly list. Los Angeles, Detroit, Miami are some of the other major U.S. cities that did not fare well with travelers. Coming up, Lauren Artino will be in with a check on this weekend's weather. Please stay right there.